For the latest on this, we now talk to Gregory Nthatisi. He is the executive mayor of the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality, and he joins us via our video link. Mr. Nthatisi, thank you so much for your time. Perhaps let's start off here and you responding, to those land invaders in Loria Park. What is the city's immediate response to what took place today?
Look, the situation in Loria Park, it's a situation that's different from even other areas in Mangaung. Land invasion has been in an area of Tabanchu, it has been in an area of Botshabelo, in similarly so in areas that were not even designated for township establishment. When you come to Loria Park, the adjacent land has been developed by Mangaung to a point of it being a township established for purposes of the erection of dwellings for mixed development. However, the city does not have the capacity to provide the underground services and services that are needed, but as to the establishment of the township, it has been there. Now, the people who invaded land became aware that we have already packed that piece of land and that it could perhaps be then used for occupation. So we acquired through our officials a court order, and we are living inside that court order to control the situation, and there are conditions that are put before us to make sure that we adhere to what the court order says. And in a nutshell, the court order says erected dwellings that is for people be left, but newly dwellings that should be erected shouldn't be allowed. And we have got our teams that are working alongside the police to ensure that that court order is adhered to.
And when it comes to these dwellings having, the occupants living inside of it, and have you actually gone to inspect these dwellings to ensure that, there are people actually living inside of these dwellings? Because one would say that usually when this takes place, people just erect a structure and then they lock it up and then they leave it. What are you finding as the city of Mangaung?
Look, let's start by saying the issue of providing people with homes is a situation appalling. It really is challenging. It's a matter that the government must stand up and address it. It's a reality that we're faced with. And I've just been from the area as well. There are people with children, there are old people that are there. People are actually desperate. The attention that you see in Loria Park is literally an attention that is first governed by the court order, but over and above that, it is attention that is more or less racial, where yesterday I was in a meeting with a group of white people from adjacent land, claiming that people who are sitting in those dwellings that are newly erected literally are people that would actually threaten their security. We had to sit down and look at how we can address that problem. Rightfully, those people do not belong there. They shouldn't be there. But in the same vein, where they come from is quite appalling. It's a situation where they were in dongas, in pitfalls, in waterlogged areas, which it's a problem that we've been trying to address in one form or the other. But the law doesn't just allow us to locate people where there are no services, despite the fact that we could be having a township establishment arrangement, but we need to adhere to that. And the city has been hard at work to make sure that we source places where we can take our people, we raise funds where we could also provide infrastructure, and we do not address illegality with illegality by taking people to where there are no services. Now, that is an emphasis that we are sitting with, but we are working hard inside it. Also, within the discipline of the court order to ensure that we do not break the law.
And looking at that insert, a number of the residents from Laurier Park are really showing major concern when it comes to their safety. What is the municipality doing to ensure that those who are in their homes tonight will be safe in their homes?
Look, both parties should just understand that nobody is threatened by anything except if they could sit down and talk to each other like we're trying to do, and understand that must understand that they have not, cannot be treated like they're animals or either people that come from Jupiter or elsewhere where we are all not South Africans. The influence of the neighboring surroundings with regard to treating those people like they're thieves, when in actual fact people could sit down and begin to put even systems where they can protect one another in terms against any criminality that might be seen in the area is what we cannot tolerate. We need to enforce that first and foremost. We are people, we are together, we are one people in this country, and we must find solutions together. That's one. Two, we must also be able to say, despite the fact that the law does not for now allow us, that the people, those that have invaded land illegally are there, we together must work to find an alternative place where those people must go and be accommodated there. Now, inside all this crisis that we are sitting with, we have got this influence that tend to take a political form, because the allegation is that Laurier Park happened to have been a DA ward, and as a result, there is a move to take people to go and stay there. When in actual fact, the township establishment has been there even before DA could perhaps be controlling politically that area. So this has got nothing to do with political interest. It has got much to find a solution in and around of how best we can address the needy, the weary, the despondent people of our country. And together with those that have, we must actually begin to seek solutions. So that is part of the solution that we are looking for, you know.
Talking about solutions, is the city willing to relocate those who are in need of a space, those who are in need of a home, to a separate location? You know, is that something you are working towards as the city of Mangaung, despite this court action?
You know, I've been in meetings with officials day in and day out. I've been on that side, I've been with the police, I've been everywhere, together with my team, to look at how best we can and what place can we relocate these people. And unfortunately, places that have got services, some of them are privately owned, when others are actually even deeper into white areas where people might even have more tension with regard to where we should take these people to. That is why I'm saying, when I called all leaders from all different affected areas, the intention is that what do we do in terms of accommodating these people that have demonstrated to be hungry for having their own homes than living in ordinary shacks where demarcations and planning has not been done. If it was according to the city, and if it was according to our effort, we could take these people to an area where we have got services. We don't have such areas. We are living inside. We've just emerged out of a financial recovery plan, which we must now implement. We are trying to put all measures to recover monies that are outstanding, that belongs to the municipality, by the same communities that are living large in areas where they should be paying their services and are not doing so. It is those monies that we must put into use and begin to look for places such as the one that we must take these people to. Everybody knows in Mangaung that we are financially depleted. And despite the fact that we are financially depleted, the problem that you see that's in place in Mangaung across all our areas, it's a historical problem that comes from spatial planning that was left, which in any way, when places are developed, you can take people there.
Mr. Nthatisi, thank you so much for your time and for providing that clarity for the residents of Loria Park. That is Gregory Nthatisi. He is the mayor of the Mangaung Metro Municipality.